dope episode of Noonish After Dark, man. What up, Unc?
Not much, man. Just chilling.
Yeah,
Looking at these Olympic closing ceremonies, trying to figure out what's going on.
bro.
Because
It's
I'm not understanding it at all. I'm not. I
yeah,
mean, I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm just not understanding that closing
yeah,
ceremony, not at all.
yeah. I was watching it earlier, and I saw a dude elevated over the ground playing the piano, and like black streaming hanging from his body, and I'm just like, man, what are they trying to portray right now? I mean, do we understand what's going on? We just don't want to believe what we're watching right now because we already saw what the opening ceremony was like. You know,
Yeah, that's it, man. So I'm not gonna. I don't even want to get out later because it don't make sense to me. I'm gonna say it like that.
yeah, people
Yeah,
play too much, man. But you know,
yeah, way too much.
they can play with themselves. They can't play with me though. You
No,
know what I'm
no, no.
saying?
They can't play with. No, they can't play with me. Not at all. Not at all.
That's a little
Cause
bit.
I ain't down with all that, man. But
Nah, they don't.
anyway, let's. You want to talk about the Cowboys first? You want to talk about the Olympics first?
Oh man, let's talk about them Cowboys first. Go on and get it out of the way. No, we can talk about the Olympics first.
No, no,
You
no.
know?
I mean, because Cowboys ain't much. I mean, we could talk
Yeah,
about
yeah,
the projections, but what we saw today, you can't evaluate that too much at all from what
yeah,
I saw.
yeah. No doubt. They had a lot of the starters, not in the game. I did like the fact that Trey Lance got to play quite a bit today. I mean, I saw flashes, right? And I was, I can't say I was impressed, but I didn't see. Did he have any three and outs?
Did he have any three and outs? I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
And I did appreciate some things, but I want to hear your analysis of the game first, huh?
Uh, I saw Overshawn make a couple of good, like 4 or 5 yards deep in behind the line of scrimmage and just flash to the backfield and make a tackle. He showed some signs, but other than that, and I was looking for Nazi Smith to do something, and I don't know, he kind of clogged up the middle a little bit, but it wasn't a much to me to grade on. And I also and right now, I said something on the show the other day that was not true.
What's that?
And I thought about it because I was probably talking a little too fast when I said that Lamar got 11 and Dak got 9. It's break each one down to is 9 and 7.
Yeah, 9 and 7.
Lamar got
Yeah,
9 turnovers in 6 playoff games, and Dak got 7 turnovers in 7 playoff games.
yeah, no, yeah. That's right. That's right. What, two and
Yeah,
four, two
I
and
said
five?
9 and 11, but I,
Yeah,
I, I I probably got a little because after I got off the show, I thought about it. I said, no, that's not right. Let me go back on the show and apologize. Now Lamar don't have 11. He got he got
yeah,
9 and 6 games, but that's a whole nother story. But anyway, no, I just didn't see a lot to really evaluate and I'm glad that I can't think of his name. Number 14, they moved him back to safety, got him out of that linebacker position.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's where he should have been last year. I think last year was just a situation where, they had to figure it out because the personnel, Vanderich was injured, and they just had to make some adjustments. We were already thin at linebacker because Overshawn, he was injured. We were looking forward to him coming and
Yeah,
being a
and then
impactful
that's
player as a rookie, but we never got a chance to see him do that. But it was good to see him out there today. The boy looked good.
yeah, and then that's what's his name, Mo. What's our ex defensive coordinator name? I forgot him that quick.
Dan Quinn.
Yeah, Quinn. I'm trying to forget him because he wasn't. That's kind of his mo because he did something similar to that when he was the head coach of the Falcons. He kept a lot of safeties and hybrid guys on the field, and that just
Yeah.
don't work when you get against real physical teams.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But I mean, that's speed. He's a scheme guy. Even
Yeah,
when he was up in Seattle, when he had the what they call the
Legion of Boom.
Legion of Boom. Yeah, they weren't just the fastest defense out there, but he had big cornerbacks. And they played the zone well. So
I
he's
mean,
all about.
but he has some
He,
good, he has some good guys, man. They had Earl Thomas and big boy at safety. I can't call his name now. You know what I'm talking about.
yeah,
Uh,
Chancellor.
yeah, Cam. Cam
Cam
Chancellor,
Chancellor.
and
Yeah.
and everybody always on Richard Sherman about it. He's a scheme guy. He can only play in zone and all that. But
Richard
this
Sherman
is
could
the
ball.
thing. This is the thing. Schemes only work with good players. So
Exactly.
you cannot scheme your way to no good defense. You got to have good players.
Yeah. Yeah. Is this her right now? That is her singing on the closing ceremony.
Man,
She
I
goes
just tell
hard.
that. I tell you who on there.
Her.
Oh well, man, I turned it off because they were just doing too much.
Yeah. No, I
Yeah,
stopped
I
watching
wasn't
like
sure. I wasn't sure what they was representing, and if they were
yeah.
representing what I thought they was representing, that's not good for me. I don't represent that, and
I
ain't
don't
gonna call no
either.
name, but everybody know what I'm talking about. If they was
I don't.
representing what I thought they was representing, I'm not down with that.
Yeah, I'm not down with all that craziness either. And
Yeah,
after I saw old buddy extended, I got up and started moving around, so I didn't get to see a lot of the other craziness that you're probably referring to right now.
yeah, and then
But
I had some things to do this evening. So after I saw all the craziness, I was going in and out,
yeah,
trying to do my own thing.
yep, yep. So
But so far as
it,
them Cowboys, man, it wasn't a lot to talk about. It wasn't a lot to see. Now they
I
did have
mean,
one DB that played fair. He made a couple of good plays, but it's going to
yeah,
be hard for him to get on the field.
yeah. I mean, this is the thing. We had four interceptions today, and I
Yeah,
know it's preseason, and you can't really, put too much stock into that. But still, it was great to watch. You know what I'm saying? And
but
great to see these guys
yeah,
bouncing around. We still lost. It's a preseason game.
but,
Who cares? But
yeah,
it's good to see him flying around.
that's Al Harris, the defensive back coach. That's what he coached. He coached to go get the ball. He
Yeah,
coached that.
absolutely,
And
absolutely,
then after he
absolutely.
coached it, he got to have the kind of guys that can actually execute it.
They can go do it.
Yeah,
Athletic enough to do it.
absolutely.
But we do
Mm,
look like I feel like we look bigger than we did last year. We got some guys on that D line that got a little size on them.
yeah,
That Hawaiian guy that we got, or whatever. I don't know where he came from, Utah or something like that.
yeah. I think
But
he came from Utah.
or Oregon or something, one of those
Yeah,
places, man. But that was very cool to see. I was happy about that. That we had a
yeah,
little
yeah.
size on us.
And if we can stop them runs up the middle so much, man, that'll help a lot, man. Because when we play against big physical teams, they gash us straight up the middle, man. So maybe
Oh
we
yeah,
can, our defensive tackles, even if Najee Smith is not that quick, maybe he can plug up the hole, man.
yeah, yeah. But I mean, he seemed like he's playing a little better than he did last year. He should, he should be playing with a little more confidence than he did in his rookie year. He knows the league. He knows what to expect, and
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
hopefully he prepared himself physically and mentally this offseason to come bang this season, man, and be
oh
a factor. A lot of those linebackers are running a little more free because last year that boy was getting moved out the way.
yeah. Well, you didn't even have to move him because he stayed in his stance so long the play was half over.
Yeah, I didn't even look for that today. Was he coming off the ball better today?
Yeah, yes. And then I had to consider that he's not playing the first team, so he did look like he was getting off that ball a little bit better today. He
Yeah,
didn't look like he
yeah.
was still in the stance while everybody else was halfway, into the play.
Yep. Yep. No, that's great. That's great.
Yeah,
Because that seemed like a big time bust last year. Just Mozzie Smith. That did not look
great.
right.
Yeah, and then by
But
him being a first round draft choice, he got 3-4 years. Even if he's a
mm-hmm,
bust, they're gonna try to get something out of him because they got so much money in it. They got to
yeah,
try to get something out. Yeah.
yep, yeah, right on. I'm about to edit this title, see if we can get a little more action in here right now, man. If you're in here and if you see something, I
Say
need you to say
something.
something.
Yeah.
Introduce yourself. Tell us what you're about. If you're in here for this good Olympic footage today, or I mean, if you watch these Dallas Cowboys or whatever you watch, man, because once we start talking about these Olympics, I want to make sure there's some folks in the building because it's a lot to talk about, man. These last
Oh
two
yeah.
days
Oh
were
man,
amazing.
it's so much to talk about, and I
Yeah,
mean, because this track and field was one of the most exciting, some of the most exciting track and field that I've saw in a nice while.
Oof, man, I'm talking about men's and women's, you know? And that I mean, even the marathon came down to a sprint at the end. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Like,
yeah, oh yeah.
yeah, saying listen, we can go on and get off into this Olympics, man, because it was awesome. I
Yeah,
thought it was
yeah.
awesome to watch.
Oh,
All
absolutely.
these.
And since we're gonna get off, we might as well talk about basketball because it was the
Yeah,
last thing that did it's fresh on our mind. You know,
yeah,
so
but I mean, we can let's start with the ladies first because I don't. Did you get a chance to watch the men yesterday? Because I watched both of them.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man,
I saw
I
the
was up at
men. Yeah, but I was at church
AutoZone.
today when there are women were going on.
Yeah, man. I mean, I guess I'll go on and bust out. I mean, let's go. Men played yesterday. You want to talk about that one?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Hey, so when I say it's a Steph Curry era, you know how you feel about it? Because you ask who taking the last shot. Who you think gonna take the last shot? If it come down to it, who they gonna get a ball to?
Whoever's hot, whoever's
Who they
hot.
get, who they get a ball?
Who,
Nah, that wasn't the answer. That wasn't the answer you gave before. You said it's gonna be LeBron or it's gonna be
no.
Anthony
I
Edwards.
never said that. No, LeBron. Hey, but who gave Steph the ball? Who made the right play? Who drawed the double team? Who got the MVP? Steph Curry don't have no error. Go look
Oh,
and see. Hold on,
that
wait a
last
minute,
shot was KD. That
J.A.
last shot was KD.
J.A. Go
That
look at
last shot was
all 8
KD, man.
games. Steph had 2 good games out
The
of the
ones that
8.
mattered.
Huh?
The 2 games that mattered. He showed up the biggest.
No, they all mattered. Steph was down when they were down by 1, and LeBron. Steph was
In the
not the
middle
best player
rounds.
on the floor. He was not the best player on the floor.
And he was the closer.
The closer, that doesn't matter. If you don't get a chance to close, it doesn't matter if you're a closer. Because
Hey,
Steph
but
only had 2 good games. Go look at all the games. Go look at it. He had 2
that's all
good
they needed him
games.
for. That's all they
Huh?
needed him for. He scored 60 points in the last 2 games. 60.
Okay, but what about the ones? Okay, Jonathan. Steph averaged 14.8 points per game, right?
Yeah.
LeBron averaged 14.1.
Yep. What we
How
say?
many rebounds did Steph average? 2.5.
He ain't in there to get boards up. Come
Now,
on now.
but if you don't get the boards, you don't get the shot. They all go together. People
Yeah,
are
I agree. I'm not saying that Steph is the only reason why they won the
so
game.
so this is the thing. Steph
They better
averaged
be glad Steph was
14.8.
hurt.
Wait a minute. I'm a numbers guy, and I watch what I see. LeBron controlled the tempo of the game. He had the ball in his hands. He drawed the double team. He gave it to Steph. Steph hit the shot. But this is the thing. You can't shoot if you don't have the ball. So rebounds and assists and all that count too. LeBron had more. Steph averaged 14.8 points. LeBron averaged 14.1. Steph averaged 2.5 assists. I mean 2.5 rebounds. LeBron averaged 8.2. Steph averaged 3.2 assists. LeBron averaged 6.8. So don't tell me it's Steph Curry era when LeBron has got the ball in his hand and he get MVP. This is the thing. The only person that don't know the main person that know LeBron is better than them is Steph Curry. Steph Curry know that. KD know that. They was on the team. They know that.
And they was both giving Steph the ball. You see that shot he hit over Wemby on?
Oh
That
yeah, I
shot was
saw that.
insane.
I saw all
That
that.
shot was
And I
insane.
also saw the game when Steph got 2. I saw the game when Steph got 6. I
Yeah,
saw the
but
game when Steph wasn't a factor and they
what
still won.
did
So
they
they
need
had to
him in
get
those
the
games?
close. You had
Did
to
they
get
need
to the
him?
last shot. Somebody
Did they
got to
need
get to
him?
them.
Did they need him in those games though? No.
What?
They blew them teams out in those games. The 2 games when they really needed they
Oh,
ace
that's
players to step
excuses.
up. Ain't no
But you
excuses.
wasn't part
It
of the
is what
blowout.
it is.
But you wasn't part of the blowout. Oh, that's just reason for people to try to make reasons. LeBron James was the best player on that team. He got
Hey,
it, and the players voted for MVP. The fans, the
I
players
do
voted
not
him MVP.
I do not disagree. I never said that he wasn't the best. I never said that Steph was the best player. All I'm asking is who did you say was going to take the last shot if they needed it?
KD. He took it when he played with Steph. When he played with Steph. Okay, well, tell me this. How did he get 2 MVPs when he played with Steph? He got 2 MVPs. Steph didn't get none. Come on,
we talking about yesterday, huh? What you talking about?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You talking about one day. You're talking about one day in a series of 11 days.
And the 2 games they needed him. The 2 games they needed him where it wasn't a blowout.
They needed him the other games.
No, they didn't.
Okay. So when you down by 1 and there's 4 seconds left in the game, you didn't need Steph Curry to score 25 earlier, so you wouldn't be down by 1. Come on, man. You need these people every game.
Yeah, that was the last game.
Yes, they did. They needed it the other time when they played against Serbia. They needed it, but he didn't do nothing.
You making my point.
No, you making my point.
He scored more in that game than he did yesterday against Serbia. When they needed him, he showed up against Serbia. In all them blowouts when it wasn't necessarily needed.
So when they was about to lose to South Sudan and he had 2 points or 4 or whatever he had, they needed him then. But he wasn't there. He wasn't there. So they need you. If you're on the team, they need you every game. So we ain't gonna start that pick and choose narrative. Sports fans now pick and choose narratives that they want to make their guys sound better than they are.
That wasn't even in the Olympics, huh? That was before the Olympics started. That South Sudan game was before the Olympics started. They beat South Sudan by like 20.
So just because it wasn't in the Olympics, they played the game, right? They played the game.
The game didn't matter. KD didn't even play. He wasn't even suited out for that game.
Yeah, because they know he wasn't going to do nothing. If he was so good, LeBron was suited out. KD was suited out. Everybody else was suited out.
They didn't need him.
Steph Curry was not the best player on that team. He took the last shot. The other day, see, sports fans are just microwave. Just the other day when KD was in them shots, they were saying KD was so clutch. He's the all-time lead scorer. He's the best. Now 3 days later, Steph Curry had a good game.
I'm talking about the past 2 games against Serbia and against France.
So wait a minute. Okay, that's exactly what I'm talking about. You talking about the last 2 games. How many games did they play in the Olympic? Wait a minute, Jonathan. Let me ask you this. How many games did they play in the Olympic tournament? 6?
The most crucial games.
The most crucial game is every game, because if you lose the game before that, this one won't be crucial.
They wasn't going to lose to none one of them teams, and they knew that.
They wasn't going to lose to this team because they got so much talent that if Steph wouldn't have got 34, somebody else would have.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that because they barely pulled that off.
Because the other game, do you know how I know? Because the other games when he didn't get it, somebody else did.
They didn't need him in those games. The competition wasn't as high in those games.
Game, Jonathan.
They didn't need Steph in those games.
So you're an athlete, so you done played in some games, so your team didn't need you?
Absolutely. Against a lesser competition? Absolutely. Absolutely. No doubt about it.
But this is the thing. If you don't beat the lesser competition, you won't get to the good competition. I don't understand.
They didn't need them.
Yeah, you need to beat the lesser competition.
And they didn't need him for those games to beat them.
Yes, they did. He didn't show up. No, he didn't show up those games. He didn't show up. Let's tell the truth and let's not start these false narratives. When a player go out and score 6, when Steph Curry go out and score 6 points, he's not a factor.
He wasn't needed. He wasn't needed in those games. But in
sure,
the
he was needed.
Mattered,
sure, he was needed. He was needed. Somebody had to score. Somebody had to score.
It just wasn't him.
Man, stop that. Stop that, man. Stop that.
We might not have a goal right now.
Stop that. Stop that. Because we can talk about this all day. Because your team, when you suit it up and you go on the court, when you're on the court, your team needs you. He was on the court some of those games. He scored 6 points. If your team didn't need you, they wouldn't put you in the game.
They needed him against Serbia. Are you talking about like Jason Tatum? Yeah. So they needed him against Serbia, and they needed him.
So all the time that he was on the floor, they didn't need him. They just put him on the floor to take up a spot. So they could have played with 4 men. So wait a minute, let me ask you this. When he was on the floor, they need you. He was on the floor more than 2 games.
They didn't need him in the other games, huh?
Yes, they did. Yes, they
didn't
did.
need him to win.
But he didn't deliver. Somebody else did, Jonathan.
They didn't need him to deliver.
Somebody else did.
They didn't need him to win those other games, huh?
Yes, they did. He just didn't deliver. Somebody else did.
They didn't need him to win.
So what you're telling me is that when he played those other games, that Steve Kerr could have just put 4 players on the floor, or still, cause he went in the game.
He went in the game.
Wait a minute, now answer the question. So when he went in, they didn't need him to go in. He really could have stayed on the bench, and they played with 4 guys. That's what you're telling me.
It's a 5.
That's what you're telling me.
Saying. It's a 5-on-5
You
game.
said that. Wait a minute.
Anybody else in that position?
Are those the only 2 games? Jonathan, let me ask you this: are those the only 2 games that he played?
No.
No. Okay. So wait a minute. So he went in the game, right? And they didn't need him on the floor, but he was in the game. I don't understand that.
He was in the game.
And they
didn't count on him.
They put him in the game and they didn't need him. I don't understand that.
They didn't count on him.
They only needed 4 players when Steph Curry was on the floor.
I know you don't want to understand it is the thing. You ain't trying to understand what I'm saying.
Because that's what they're doing the narrative to try to make guys, when they don't play good, make them sound, we didn't need you then. Yes, they did. They needed him every game. They needed him every game.
Ain't no point in talking because you ain't trying to hear what I'm saying.
Show ain't, because that don't make sense. You on the floor, but they don't need you. That don't, Jonathan. So what you're telling me is that you're on the floor, but they don't need you. You're on the floor playing, but they don't need you.
What I'm saying is this, huh? Okay. Who was let me think. Let me make an analogy real quick. Okay. So we'll take it to sock. Okay.
I'm gonna say okay.
South Oak Cliff High School.
I'm gonna say okay.
If South Oak Cliff High School lines up against Madison, do they need to play their best players on the field to win that game?
Okay. Let me say this. Yeah.
No, I asked the question.
Okay, wait a minute, Jonathan. Your best player is an offensive guard. Wait a minute. Let me talk. Your best player is an offensive guard. Wait a minute. Let me talk. South Oak Cliff playing Madison. So you send your best player in. Since you playing Madison, you're not gonna block. You're gonna let your quarterback get sacked, and you ain't gonna, and then you go let your running back get tackled because they don't need you to block. That's not true. If you're on the court, your team needs you.
You said that's something you said. You said
no,
about 4 or 5.
I'm just saying. That. You said they don't. You said they don't need you.
I'm talking about levels of talent. I'm talking about levels of talent. So when I'm playing against South Sudan, do I need my best players on the floor like I need them against France?
Wait a minute. But this is the thing: when you put your best player in, ain't he supposed to hit his shots? And when he hits shots, and when he take a shot, ain't he supposed to hit it? If your best player is on the floor and he take a shot, ain't he supposed to hit it? I think you froze up on me, J.A., because that's what you talking about is so cold. J.A., you froze up on me. And Noonish fans, I don't want y'all to believe these new narrative in sports. I don't know what happened to J.A., and I don't know what happened to these new narratives that you on the floor playing and your team don't need you. I would never understand that. I would never understand saying that. I would never understand
that's why
you're on the floor.
That's why you didn't answer my question. That's why you didn't answer my question about Sock and Madison.
Okay, y'all finna answer your question. If your best player is a quarterback or any position and he's on the field, we need him to play his position.
I could put a JV guy at quarterback and still win that game, can't I?
But this is the thing. You didn't.
Okay, so
you didn't. Wait a minute. Okay, let me tell you this here. See, this is what I'm trying to tell you. Some of those games, Steph Curry was on the floor. And he
Here's
did.
another for
One
instance.
game he missed.
All right.
One game he missed. He was 0 for 8, and from 3 points, he was 0
And they
for 8.
still won,
So
didn't
what
they?
about that, Jonas?
And they still won, right?
Yeah, but he missed his
still
8
won.
shots. He
They
missed
still
his
won.
8 shots. But okay, the
Yesterday, they
same
would've
way he hit
lost.
his shot the other day, he missed them the other day. So if they would, if he would have hit
yesterday.
those shots, they would have won by more. The game would have been easier for all your other players. If you're on the floor, your team needs you to play. If you're on the floor.
Let's talk about yesterday. Let's talk about yesterday.
Let's talk about the whole tournament. Let's talk about the whole tournament. You can't talk about one game in a tournament.
You don't want to talk about the gold medal match, the one that matters the most of all the games.
No, that don't matter the most. That don't matter the most. It don't.
Okay, so the Super Bowl don't matter. I guess game 1 mattered more than the Super Bowl.
Okay, but first you got to win the game to get to the Super Bowl. You got to win the game to get to the Super Bowl.
It's levels, right? It's levels to everything. It's levels to everything.
Okay,
am I right or wrong?
I'm gonna say okay, cause it's levels to the. I'm gonna say okay, but you got to win. The final game can't be more important than the first, because if you lose the first, you won't get to the final. If you lose in the first round, that's why Michael Jordan is 6-0 in the finals, because the other 9 years he lost before the finals.
They didn't need him in that first game.
Oh, they didn't. Oh, okay. Okay. Then why did he take 8 shots and went 0 for 8? Why did he take 8 shots? Somebody else had to make up for his shortcomings. Come on, Jonathan. Don't even start that false narrative. That's a false narrative that you're on the floor and your team don't need you. You're on the floor. Jonathan, you're on the floor and your team don't need you. I don't understand.
He was 0 for 8 and they still won. You understand that, don't you?
Yeah. The same way I understand, he hit the last 4 threes and they still won. So they win whether you do that or not. That's what I'm trying to tell you. No, they win whether you hit them last 4 shots or not. Because the other game, when he went 0 for 8, somebody else hit the shots.
Wasn't nobody hitting shots yesterday, huh? That's
why they kept he wasn't hitting them when he was 0 for 8. When he was 0 for 8, somebody else was hitting the shots. And if they would have lost that game, they wouldn't have been in the gold medal game.
The games weren't close, were they?
It doesn't matter. You still was 0 for 8. It doesn't matter. You was 0 for 8. So when you hit your shots,
wasn't close.
When you miss your shots, it is no bigger deal than when you make them, huh? So when you make them, it don't. When you miss your shots, it don't matter. It only matters when you make them.
You don't want to get a man credit. We're just gonna leave it.
No, I'm giving him credit.
No, we don't want to give him credit. You don't want to give him credit. We're gonna leave it.
Credit for what? He had 2 good games. So if you play a tournament, that's why Jaylen Brown got the Finals MVP, because they played 5 games, and out of the 5 games, he had the best 5 games. He didn't have the best final game. He had the best.
Why LeBron got MVP. That's why LeBron got MVP, right?
Yeah, because he had the best 6 games. Steph had 2 good games. He had 6. Who's the MVP?
LeBron. I'm saying they wouldn't have won.
That's all well, let's talk about something else. Let's go to track and field.
We're not going to change it because that was never the topic. All I'm saying, if Steph wasn't there, they would have lost that game.
Not it wouldn't.
Who was going to hit them shots? Who was going to do it?
KD would have did it. Somebody else would have did it. The same people would have did it when he was 0 for 8. The same people.
False.
Was he 0 for 8? Was he 0 for 8 in one game and they won?
I'm about to find out who was 0 and 8 against. And you tell me if they was as good as the championship team they played against yesterday, when they absolutely needed him to score those points that he scored to win the game.
They needed him then. They needed him all game. He was 0 for 8 against Australia when Matthew Dellavedova. When he saw Matthew Dellavedova, he got scared. You gonna tell me how good he is? Matthew Dellavedova lock him down every time he his face. Let's talk about track and field, man.
We can. We can talk about track until I find out this basketball, who these games were again.
It doesn't matter what you say, John, because you need your players. You ain't gonna be the best player have 2 games out of 6. It don't matter what you say, because nobody's ever gonna convince Uncle that you're on the court and they don't need you. Nobody's gonna convince me of that.
Hey, of the in the other games they didn't need him. They could have put Booker in. They could have put Tatum in. They could have put Halliburton in. They could have put somebody else in.
Coulda, woulda. Every time somebody played that night, this is when the if and buts and couldas and shouldas came up. We talking about what happened. Out of the 6 games they played, he played bad 4 and played good 2. That don't make him the best player.
He went 0-8 and they still won 6. He went 0-8 and they still won by blowout. Is all I'm saying.
It doesn't matter. He was still 0-8.
And they still won by blowout.
And then when he hit the last 4, they still won. It doesn't matter what you do. It's a team game. So we're not going to point out anybody unless you was the MVP. When you're in a team game, if you ain't the MVP, we don't want to talk about you that much.
Steph had an incredible game yesterday. Can't nobody minimize that.
I'm not minimizing that. I'm not minimizing that. You trying to minimize the other players by saying that they didn't need it. You minimizing all the other 15, 14 players. That's what you want. And I'm not going to do that. You minimizing the other 14 players, Jay. That's what you doing right here. But anyway, let's talk about track and field because basketball is exhausting to talk to people about basketball exhausted because anybody think that you got 5 players on the floor, Steph Curry on the floor, but we don't need you. Why are you on the floor? You shouldn't be on the floor if we don't need you.
Hey, they didn't need him until that last one.
Sure, they needed him. He just didn't deliver. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. When you go 0-8, what is that, Jonathan? You miss your shots. You miss your shots. Steph Curry is the same guy that went 0-8 on Matthew Dellavedova.
He missed the shots and it didn't matter.
He hit the last 4. I know he hit the last 4 threes yesterday, but that was one game. It was a tournament.
He missed his last 4 shots and it didn't. They beat Puerto Rico by 21.
It doesn't matter how bad they beat them. It doesn't matter how bad they beat them.
They beat South Sudan by 17. That ain't the point.
So you mean that they didn't need? So if they didn't need Steph, they didn't need KD. They didn't need LeBron. But they wasn't the ones that they didn't need Devin Booker. So who did they need? If they didn't need Steph, who did they need?
They beat Serbia by 26.
Okay, tell me this. I got one question for you, Jay.
Yep.
If they didn't need Steph, who did they need? You said they didn't need him. Why was he on the team if they didn't need him? If they
talking about in these blowout games,
in those games that they won, did they need KD?
In the blowout, yeah, they needed him. He showed up.
Did they need LeBron in those games they won?
Absolutely, he showed up.
But now they needed him, but they didn't need Steph. What you're telling me is that you need all your other good players, but it's one player on your team that you didn't need.
I'm saying this. LeBron and KD showed up early in them other games, but when they needed Steph, he delivered. He wasn't needed in those other blowout wins to win the game. Yesterday and against Serbia, when they needed Steph, he delivered 60 points in the 2 biggest games of the Olympics. And that is the semifinal and the final. That's my point. You can't deny it. You can't argue that. That's what it is. We won those last 2 games by 4 points and by a total of 8 points.
What 2 games?
Between the 2 games against France and Serbia, we beat France by 4. We beat Serbia by 4 in the semifinal and the final.
Okay.
Steph scored 60 points in those 2 games, and he closed out the final game with the last 12 points. On 12
I know
France had the momentum.
Everything you saying, everything you're saying, I know everything you're saying. Everything you're saying, right?
KD didn't put him to sleep. Embiid didn't put him to sleep. Your boy Steph Curry put him to sleep. Send him home on their way. That's all I'm saying. You can't argue that.
So the tournament was just 2 games. So the tournament was just 2 games.
I said that they didn't need Steph in the first 4 games.
The tournament was just 2 games.
That's a different question. I said they didn't need Steph in those blowout wins. But when they needed Steph to win the game, Steph got the ball and he delivered 60 points.
I'm gonna say okay. I'm gonna say okay. That's one of these. That's one of these new age. That's one of these new age narratives. We didn't believe that in the old school. See us old antiquated guys. We thought that when you're on the court, we need you. That's what we think. Us old dudes that don't know nothing and can't play. Okay. We thought that if you were on the court, we needed you. That's what we thought. I thought that basketball was a 5-man game, and when that 5th man is on the court, we need our 5. That's what I thought. But I'm finding out something new, that when you're on the court, if it ain't no big game, we don't need you. You can go 0 for 8 just because it's not a big game. Okay, I never knew that until tonight. Thank you for educating me on that you can be on the court and we don't need you. I never knew that. But us old guys, we don't know nothing. We think that if you're on the court, we need you. That's what I always thought. But anyway, let's talk about something else, because I thought if you were on the court, we need you. That's what I thought.
Well, let me finish by saying what I got to say. There's another analogy. When I played football,
you can make all the analogies you want to, but if you're if you're on the court, we need you. That is not an analogy. Basketball is 5-on-5, and you're 5-on-5. And if you're in a 6-game tournament, we need you for 6 games, not 2.
I got 2 analogies. You filibustering me right now, but what I'm saying is this: 2 analogies. When I played football, it was certain teams I didn't have to run the ball because we was gonna beat. They was sorry I didn't have to run the ball.
Okay, let me tell you. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Wait a minute. No. I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up. So you didn't have to run the ball. So you didn't have to run the ball. So wait a minute, Jonathan. Let me ask you this. So when they
no, I ain't gonna do it. I gotta get my point out. You've been going for 5 minutes and let me get 30 seconds. So let me get mine in. Yeah. All right. So it was certain teams I didn't have to get the football to win and beat and to win the game. Right? The state championship, playoffs, district championships, the big games, I'm toting that rock. I'm getting that ball 20 touches.
Yeah.
All right. And that's how that goes. So same thing in Steph. The games they need him, he getting the rock. Yes, sir. Okay. And it's also certain games. It's also certain games where when I did my thing, whole second half, I ain't got shoulder pads on. My team no longer needed me.
You wasn't in the game though, John. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You took your shoulder pads off. Let me ask you this though. In those games that you didn't have to run, if they gave you the ball, you were just gonna fall on the ground. You wasn't gonna try to gain no yards.
Absolutely not. But no matter what I did, it wasn't needed to win the game.
He fell on the ground. He was trying to gain some yards, but he went over 8. You are not. Jonathan, let's talk about something else, man. Because anybody think that you're on the court and they don't need you. You shouldn't play sports. If you think that you should be on the court and your team don't, it's 5-on-5. If they don't need you, if you can stand off, that make it 5-on-4.
Hey, Ridiculous World, email me after the show.
Ridiculous World. Night. Ridiculous World, I'm glad you back in because Jonathan talking ridiculous right now.
No, I'm not. Hey, so he
what you think, Ridiculous World, that when you on the court, your team don't need you? What you think? What you think, Ridiculous World? I see you laughing.
In certain games, it's needed. In certain games where you're not needed.
But this is the thing,
who's on the other side of the field, depending on the opponent.
The games that you are not needed, why did you go 0 for 8? Why did you take 8 shots if you wasn't needed? Why did you go 0 for 8 and 3 points? Why did you take 8 shots then? You shouldn't have took 0 shots. If they didn't need you, you shouldn't even win in a game. That's what I'm talking about. When your team don't need you. You see what they did with Jason Tatum when they didn't need him? He didn't even play. He didn't even play when they didn't need him.
I had to keep that trigger loose, huh? That's why I had to keep that trigger loose.
Hey, make up all the excuses you want to, but you can't tell me why he went 0 for 8 and he was in the game.
They didn't need him to die. They didn't need him to beat. They didn't need him. They needed him yesterday.
So you gonna miss all your shots because your team don't need you?
He didn't miss them on purpose. He wasn't on.
Okay, that's exactly what I'm talking about. He didn't miss them on purpose. He saw Matthew Dellavedova. He saw Matthew Dellavedova. That's why he missed him.
Again, that was before
he
the
missed
Olympics.
him because he saw Matthew Dellavedova. We're going to talk about track and field. Noonish fans, we love y'all, and we're going to talk about track and field right now because this conversation ain't going nowhere because I'm going to tell you just like this here. Do you know what? Since we're going to switch to track and field, you know, Botswana, they didn't need Tobago. That's why he didn't win. They didn't need him. That's why he didn't get because they didn't need him.
Oh, they needed him.
He ran behind him the whole time.
That was the final. See, you saying something I'm not saying. Like that's two different things.
No, that's the same thing. You on the court, but you go 0-for-8, but your team don't need you. That's the same thing. When you're on the court, the team needs you. I am so naive. I'm going to tell all the people right now that Unc is so naive that he think, wait a minute, Jonathan, let me talk to the people, please. Unc is so naive that he think that when you're on the court, we need you. I never knew that you could be on the court.
I got one more question for you. I got one more question for you.
It ain't no question to ask me.
I got one more question for you. How many USA starters didn't make the playoffs? NBA playoffs?
Probably most of them. Steph didn't make it.
That's the only one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he had a little rust on his side, but you know, whatever excuses, whatever you want to call it. He called it out himself. He said that himself.
Y'all make so many excuses. Boy, nowadays people make so many. I talk about everybody the same. I told you a long time ago, Jonathan, I got one paintbrush. I don't paint all these guys with a different brush. I got maybe that's my thing. Different paintbrushes. I paint all of them the same.
Steph had to get back right. Steph had to get back right. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, he had a good game.
That's all I'm saying.
He had a great game. You absolutely had a great game. But one game don't make you the best player on the team. When y'all play
back in rhythm. Hey, he closed.
Whatever you want to say, you can make all that because some of them guys, you know, KD and them guys, they got eliminated in the first round. So Steph only 1 week ahead of them. So we can talk about something else. But anyway, we're gonna talk about my favorite sport.
Let's talk about the women's game real quick. Quick. I know you didn't get a chance to watch it. I know you didn't get a chance to watch it, but that was I was shaving this morning while I was watching.
Oh yeah, I went back and saw the highlights. I didn't see the whole game. Man,
so
that game
was
awesome.
Off the chain. France winning the halftime up. They were winning. And USA, Ionesco, like I don't know what USA's coach was thinking. She didn't play Ionesco until the second half. Right? Yeah. She wasn't even in the game. And there's another young lady that has I guess she was the MVP in the past WNBA championship, Connors. Yeah. That girl went off for us. And Isaac Wilson had a great game.
Which one of the young ladies you said they didn't play in the first half? Oh, they didn't.
Ionescu.
They didn't need her.
Obviously not. Well, no, they needed her. That's why she played in the second half.
They didn't need her in the first half. They didn't.
They played the. Hey, as soon as she came in, they started winning, and they won the
exactly.
Game.
They didn't need it in the first half. They just needed the second half to win.
But they realized they needed her. But France, France, I guess they had a girl from the WNBA playing for them, Williams. I can't think of her first name right now.
And
she was. I mean, she ended the game. Like the game was incredible, and it came down to the last shot, the buzzer. Like, and the only reason that we didn't go to overtime is because she stepped on the line and she hit the floater at the buzzer. But we finished the game, what was it, 76, 77, was it 67, 66 or 77, 76? One of the two. I forget the exact final score. But I'm talking, it was an incredible game, man.
Yeah, I saw the end, and then I saw some other highlights leading up to the end. But no, man, we ain't getting heated. We just talk about sports. Somebody said I'm getting heated. I'm getting exhausted with these new age thoughts.
It ain't new age. It is what it is. It is what it is.
Nah, I'm gonna say it like this. We never knew that. We always thought we always need to put the school on. We never knew that back. That's why I said. But anyway, we talk about the women. Hey man, but I'm glad that the women got it done, and this is where everybody can rest assured that it's about 6 or 7 of those young ladies, maybe more than that, maybe about 10. they'll never be on another Olympic team again. Never, ever. Because because father time catching up with them, and then you got new people coming in. You at the end of your career, they're gonna be in the middle of theirs. They're gonna be at the height of their success, and you're gonna be dwindling off. And then, like Donna Taurasi and them, in 4 years, she'll be retired. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she's gonna be. This is her sixth
for a while now.
Donna Taurasi got 6 gold medals, huh? 6.
Yeah. I think she got more in basketball than anybody. Carmelo got how many? 4? And KD got 4 now, right?
That's over what, 24 years or 20 years?
Well,
the first year, 4 years, 8 years, 12 years, 16 years, and then 20 years. So that's like 20 years. That's 20 years, man. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. That's crazy as hell. What you talking about?
I think the first one she might have been in college.
Woodall's husband?
I don't think she's been in the league 20 years. I'm not sure how long she's been in the league.
She had to be in college. She had to be at UConn at that point. Yeah. Because I think she's like 17, 18 years or something like that right now in the league. But crazy, man. Crazy. She's she got it. She was on the bench for it. Hey, did you see did you see Tyler Halliburton's his post? He got a post holding his gold medal. He say when you get an A on a group project and you ain't do nothing.
Yeah. Hey, and you know what though, man? Believe it or not, that was good for Halliburton not to play that much.
Yeah, it was a great experience for him too, though.
Yeah.
But why you say that? Because he had an injury or what?
He had for the rest of his career, because he had 2 hamstring injuries. He kind of rushed himself back, and then he hurt himself in the playoff. And man, sometimes it take 2-3 months to get over a hamstring, especially if you're still using it.
What you think about Jason Tatum, though? How what you think about the way they was using Jason Tatum or not using him? I guess.
Oh, I don't think nothing about it.
Yeah,
I mean, and if Jason Tatum thinking about it, he shouldn't let it, because all they trying to do is get his head for next year.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Because you're 13 MVP. You just gave all these dudes a business in the regular NBA season. Now all of a sudden, you can't get on the floor. Man, stop that. I think that's a Steve Kerr thing.
Yeah. So I think before we go to track up, can we hit these Cowboys up real quick now that we got a few people in the building? I don't know if they wanted to holler, talk about the Cowboys or the Olympics. Hey, matter of fact, y'all let us know, what do y'all want to talk about right now? Y'all want to talk about the Cowboys right now? Y'all want to talk about the Olympics right now? Because I'll tell you what, we can talk about the Olympics until the cows come home, because there's that much to talk about as far as these Olympics are concerned.
I mean,
we can also mix in that Virgil Ortiz fight last night that was wild, but y'all let us know.
Oh, yeah, you know what, man? I forgot all about that fight, man. I was so wound up in watching the Olympics. And this is the thing about me. I watch the Olympics. They show the same thing in the evening that they show in the morning. I watch it twice. That's no, for real. That's how good it was. I watched everything too. Well, not everything, but every time I could, I watched it in the morning and in the evening, even though I was going to see the same thing all over again.
I feel like now that I'm a little older, I appreciate everything. If somebody on TV competing, I'm watching. Like I'm glued to the TV. You know what I'm saying? But let's talk about this track, Unc. I know you want to get into it.
Oh man, track was everything, man. I don't know what you want to talk about first.
Let's talk about. I guess we can go in order of events out yesterday, right? So the 110 hurdles. Who ended up winning the women's 110 hurdles?
Russell, a young lady named Russell from the United States. If I'm not mistaken, that's what. And me in my heart, I thought Camacho Quinn was gonna win.
One old girl from Jamaica.
Yeah,
man.
So, but the young lady named Russell, man, she got that 110 hurdle championship, man, and that was so great because actually going in, she was considered a real factor.
Well, how did
quite naturally you're a factor because you're on the team, but you wasn't a favorite, not at all.
How'd that Texas girl do? How'd the other USA girl do?
What in the 110 hurdles? Yeah. I think she got 4th.
Oh no! Say it ain't.
I think don't quote me on that because this once you get past the top 2 or 3, it's You know,
Yeah.
once you get
Don't
out the
nobody
middle
remember 2 or
ground,
3.
you know, you kind of drift back in the pack unless you come back and
Yeah.
do something else. But yeah, I think America got the gold, and then they got. You know what? She might have got third, man. Don't quote me on that 110, because I was so excited for Russell. You know, because I'm a homer. I'm pulling for the United States, and you know, the United States got to do better with their track athletes. I'll say that. But
Man,
yeah,
especially
Russell,
that. I got a good starting point for you, huh? Let's talk about that men's 100 relay.
4x1.
4x1, yeah. What's
Oh
going
man,
on with us? Why can't we figure that out, man? What's the
why
problem?
can't we figure that out? Because first off, our coaches, our relay coaches suck.
Yep. That's a
Our
perfect word.
system, our system sucked that we use to get the
Dang.
relays. That sucked. Uh, and the way the United States let you represent them, but they give you nothing. That sucks. You know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but that 4x1 relay. See, all other countries, they have a pool of guys, 6 to 7 guys that that they get together every so often and practice on their relay. And this is going to
Yeah.
be their relay team, whether they make the Olympic team or not.
It don't seem like we do that because for the
No,
past 20
we
years, we
don't do
can't even
that,
get a
because
handoff
this is
right.
the thing. For those guys to come together and go somewhere for 2 months and live and practice together every day for 2 months, who gonna pay for that?
Yeah.
The other countries, when Japan do it, they pay for it. When China do it, China pay for it. But the United States, they don't put no money back into the athletes, because
Crazy.
all of the athletes that win a gold medal from another country, their country going to give them something to go along. See, because for the gold medal, you get $37,500.
Yeah.
And when you get that $37,500 and you're a United States citizen, that's all you get. But a lot of those countries, they will automatically give you $150,000, $175,000. And then when you're from a small island, or just like Julian Alfred, she will forever be the queen of St. Lucia.
Yeah.
And the reason I say
Absolutely.
that is because she
But
gonna be just like Karani James, the 400-meter runner from Grenada. When you
but I
land in Grenada, the
yeah.
first thing you see is a sign that says "Welcome to the home of Karani James" at the
Yeah.
airport.
Yeah. But I
So
understand that. I understand it because I understand how the American athletes can get slighted, right? Because in uh Grenada or wherever, they don't have NBA, they
yeah,
don't
they
got
just got
MLB, they
one.
don't got NFL. That's everything to them. Like we have, like you saw how Noah Lyles got pissed off because they invited him to Anthony Edwards' shoe release party or something like that, and he was like, "Hold on. Y'all inviting me to a dude's party that has never been to the NBA Finals, ain't got no championships, but y'all inviting me to his party? I got gold medals, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Come to my party.
I've been winning in track for a long time, bro. You know,
Oh, absolutely.
so yeah, so I kind of understand where Noah coming from, but he looked like a little kid at the same time. Like I think Noah Lyles gonna rub a lot of people wrong, right? With his "woe is me" attitude. You know what I'm saying? Like
With his with
that don't
his
sit
with
well
his
with me.
with his with his what?
Woe is me attitude.
What?
Like,
Well,
like, bro, like, don't nobody care, bro. Like, and so what? You know what you didn't do, Noah? Again, you didn't show up and win the 200. That's what you didn't do.
well,
Sick or
this the
not,
whole thing.
you
Well,
didn't
this the
you didn't
whole
win it in
thing.
Tokyo either. You've been talking
Huh?
all this smack. He been talking all this smack and ain't showed up and executed. You know what I'm saying? So, like, show up to the party next time, bro. Maybe it'd be to think about giving you a shoe if you stop crying, dog. But that ain't the way to do it.
Well, this the whole thing. Uh, all athletes now is woe is me. I can't be. I don't know one that is not woe is me. And I'm
Yeah,
gonna
but
say it like this. I
everything you
totally
saying be
agree with
whack.
Noah. I wouldn't go to Anthony Edwards' shoe party either. And
Why?
this is the thing. Now you're gonna go in on Noah. Now, he didn't win the Olympics, but he do have 3 world championships.
Yeah, that's fine.
And this is the
That's
whole
like
thing
that's like
about
the
the
preseason.
100 and 200. I'm glad he won the 100 because the 100 is known as the fastest man in the world, not the
Yeah, no
200
doubt.
meter. And the
You hear that?
100 is the most glamorous event at the Olympics. So he
You
did
hear,
that. Now,
you
what
hear
he
what I said
didn't
about
do
the?
is that he didn't win the 200. I'm the type person that's gonna tell it like it is because I got one paintbrush. Leslie Tebogo ran 1945. It's only 4
19.45.
people ever ran faster than that. 4 people. Noah Lyle is one of them, but he only ran faster than that one time.
Yeah.
Usain Bolt only ran faster than that one time. Johan
Noah
Blake
didn't do
only
it,
ran faster than that one time. Michael
and Noah
Jordan
didn't do it on the big
Johnson
stage.
only ran faster than that one time. So that time that he ran is hard to beat. It has nothing to do with being sick.
Yeah, but Noah
And and
Lyles,
and and I know
he didn't
all the
do it at the
basketball players,
Olympics.
they're going in on Noah Lyle because he fell down. He needed assistance and all that. But this is the whole thing. Paul Pierce needed assistance. Go in on him when he went out in the wheelchair and came back. But this is the whole thing. Athletes are always like that. You never see an athlete when Michael Jordan had the flu game. He only was weak when he went to the sidelines and to the locker room, but when he had the ball, he had all the strength in the world. Because I think in the flu game, he scored 40 or 50 or something, didn't he? So
Yeah,
athletes are always like that. And if Noah would have won, he wouldn't have fell on the ground like that. You always get weaker when you lose.
yeah, no
That's
doubt.
just, or when you not in the whatever. But then, Noah, he got the bronze medal, and that ain't nothing to poo-poo on. But the whole thing is that he got the gold medal in the 100, and that's it. And this is the whole thing about listening to. I'm not trying to take any starch off of what he did. He ran 1945. It's gonna be hard for him to duplicate that ever again in his life.
I am sitting here watching, and I agree with you. Like I just man, Noah wasn't gonna win that. It wasn't meant for him to win that.
No,
And
no, 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 no. It
I
wasn't.
don't,
I mean, it is what it is, and this
yeah,
is we and but this is talking about Leslie Tebogo winning that 200, and I'm gonna say this. I'm not gonna say it's never happened. I can't remember it, and if anybody can remember it, get in the comments and let me know that there has never been a guy in the 100-meter finals and on the mile relay in the Olympics.
man, yeah, that was crazy.
Now, it's some people that can do it, and that's who should be doing it is Fred Curley. Because, see, Fred Curley already got a bronze medal in the 400 meters, and he got a silver in the 100. So if anybody should be doing it, it's Fred Curley. And but we started off talking about the relay, and we got off. But anyway, man, our system is terrible, and the athletes and the coaches was terrible because all you had to do is take Kenny Bednarik and put him on the end. But instead, you put him on 2 and move Fred Curley on the end instead of putting in one person. That's like putting in 2 new people.
Yeah.
And
Who you talking about? The when they moved the guy, when they
on the
moved Curly to the
4x1.
end.
See, in
Yeah,
the prelims, Fred Curley ran 2. But then when they
yeah.
got ready to get in the finals, they took Courtney Lindsay off the end and then moved Fred Curley over there and then took Kenny Bednarik and put him in Fred Curley's place. But all they had to do was leave Fred Curley over there and put Bednarik on the end. And that's just one
Mm-hmm.
person.
Yeah, no, but
And that was a
they
bad
disrespected
coaching move.
they disrespected the event by doing that, man.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's teams that prepare for this and they practice, and you can tell it's teams like I don't even know who won, but it's a team that do they even have a dude like in the top 5, like in the 100?
No.
You know what I'm saying? But they
Who won it?
practice that
I
event.
think did great now.
It was like
Did Great
Canada or
no
something, wasn't
Canada won it. Canada
it?
won
Canada,
it.
yeah. And did
Yeah,
they have a top
and
sprinter?
Andre DeGrasse was in there. In the two was he in the
But what
200 final?
what
But
did
he
what did he place though?
what in the no he was in the 200 final. But Canada won it last time because America did the same thing last time.
They practice. You know, they got a set group of guys that practice.
Same group of
the
guys.
exchanges. They know where they're gonna be. If one goes down, they know it's gonna go where they're gonna be, and they practice.
But see, Canada pays for that. But this is the thing: if Fred Curley and those guys want to practice together, they got to pay for it themselves.
Yeah, that's insane.
And they're not gonna do that, and I wouldn't either. And this is the thing: like I said, you go represent America, but America really don't do nothing for you because the $37,500 that comes from the Olympics, not from America.
And you represent America. I don't want to say it's like the military, but it's like the military if you represent America.
You represent your country, but
you know
it's kind of like the military. You represent your country, but you don't get nothing for it.
And they got. I mean, they make more money in the all Navy games, and the all Marine games, and the all Air Force games than they do with the Olympics. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they do.
That's wild to me. That is wild to me.
And you know, going on with track and field, because we can talk about that all the time.
Let's talk about this breakdancing real quick. Did you see that Australian breakdancer that everybody talking about? My boy was straight foolishness out there.
Well,
like
it all depends on who you
know who I'm talking about.
Yeah. I saw the breakdancing.
But the Australian dude that he wasn't breakdancing. He was making a mockery of the craft. Is what was going on. That was like, you thought that was break. You think he was really trying? You think he practiced, or he just went out there and just?
I know what real breakdancing is.
Yeah, and that wasn't it.
And I'm saying like this, you know, for me, if I was scoring it, none of them scores wouldn't have been that high. I mean, because I'm just saying, you know, you need to go to some of the people that started breakdancing, know what real breakdancing is, and let them judge it. Don't you come in and take over, and you don't really know what it's all about. Then now you can judge it and say that somebody's better than me when you really don't even. Cause to me, what they were doing was not real breakdancing.
Yeah, no doubt. I agree with you 100%.
And if you go in New York City with those guys got a piece of cardboard on the sidewalk, they'll tell you that ain't breakdancing too.
Yeah, I could have caught 7 dudes from Deep Ellum. You know what I'm saying? That could have placed in that bad boy, man. I don't know what that was.
It's some guys used to live next door to me named they call themselves the box heads. And they used to travel with their cardboard so they could stop and put it on the ground and start breaking. And then when MC Hammer came to town, they got on and started dancing with MC Hammer and left Dallas. They call it box head. They live right next door to us. Yeah.
That's crazy.
So I know what real breakdancing is, and I'm just gonna say to me that I wasn't impressed with what I saw nobody do. I'm just talking about the kind of breakdancing that I like.
That you're accustomed to seeing? Yeah, that wasn't it.
Yeah, that wasn't it. That wasn't it
at all.
That wasn't it.
It's a bunch of. It looked like you just.
Well, you know, back to track and field. That both of the 4x4 relays was exciting.
Yeah, I think so.
You know, now the women's was exciting because they blew it out, and then the men's was exciting because it was a close race.
He almost if that race was 10, if that race was 5 yards longer, we'd have got a silver.
Well, I ain't gonna necessarily say that. You know, I'm not gonna necessarily say that because Rob
Benjamin was on. Toboggo was on, and he was catching him. And you know how it goes.
But he had been on it. He had 400 meters to catch it, and he did. So if it went for Rob Benjamin is not that dude to get caught. All I'm just saying, it would have been harder. And the further you go, the harder it is to catch him. And like I say, Leslie Toboggo, he's the only person that I can remember that was in the 100-meter final and been on a mile relay, and I mean a 4x4, which we, AKA the mile relay. But man, this is the whole thing. They said that Rob Benjamin ran a 43-1 split, but they never told what Leslie Toboggo split was.
Man, so is there a way to find that out though?
Or something, because he did close on Benjamin. But for me to say that he would have passed Rob Benjamin, that's hard for me to say that because Rob Benjamin is that dude, man.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
would
that
love to
big
see
one.
what he ran that split in. It had to
Yeah,
be under 43
but I'm
seconds.
gonna
It
say
had to
this:
be.
most of the time, you know, the race is gonna end the same. But if I would have been Leslie Tebogo, I would have tried to catch Rod Benjamin in the first 150 meters.
Who was the most
Because
impressive person you saw on the track this
Leslie
Olympics?
Tebogo.
Man and I'm talking about men and women now.
Leslie Tebogo.
Straight up because of that 100 and 400.
Yeah, I mean now Cindy McLaughlin, but I expected her to do that. I didn't know
Yeah,
Leslie
but
Tebogo could even do all that, man.
yeah,
You know, this
yeah. I mean,
this young man got six, fifth in the 100? No,
yeah,
he got six.
yeah,
And
yeah.
then he won
Hey,
the 200. Then he on the mile relay running 43 splits. That was very. Now Cindy was very impressive too with that. What she run 50.3 or 4? Now
she
that
ran a
was very
47.
impressive
Oh,
too.
you talking about in the hurdles?
Yeah. Now
Yeah,
those were the
she
two
ran a
most impressive.
50.34. Yeah,
Yeah, you
Sydney
know,
by
and
far
then
to me.
it was a lot of things that impressed me, man. It's hard to really say who, because I'm gonna tell you the guy that went to a hawker won the 1,500 meters. I didn't, man.
Yeah,
That was very impressive, and
and then
because
that and
all
that,
of these times was just like the 4x4 relay. That was a new Olympic record and the second fastest time ran ever. All
yeah,
this
and
stuff
all.
was phenomenal, man.
Hey, and Chebet, or whatever her name is, the lady that ran the 5,000 and 10,000 and won gold in both of them.
See, now that was impressive. Every time you bring up something, man. See, I forgot about her.
Yeah,
That was impressive.
that's
You know,
insane.
now I can't say that Cindy and Tobago was more. I can't say who was the most impressive, John. I gotta take that
Yeah,
back.
man. So
I was
this has
impressed by
been
so much.
this
I
Olympics
really
has been
was. I really was.
insane. It's been a great Olympics, man. Like I'm
Yeah, man.
other than the opening and the closing ceremonies, this has been an outstanding.
I was confused on both of those. I was
Yeah, this has
confused,
been
but
an
everything
outstanding
else, man.
Olympics.
But you know what I want to say, Jonathan? Did you hear him even mention men's boxing?
Not much at all.
I thought about
At
that.
all.
You know, they showed women's boxing. I did not hear.
Yeah.
I saw wrestling. I saw water polo. I saw synchronized swimming. I saw
Yeah.
diving. I saw
Yeah.
soccer. I saw I mean, I can go, but I did not see men's boxing. I didn't even hear them mention men's boxing.
Not much at all. Like
Not much at all.
that's pretty. It's pretty wild. That's
Yeah,
pretty
that's pretty wild.
wild. I
Yeah,
don't know
but
what
you
that
know,
was
man, if
about.
anybody who on there saying something, who's saying something, Jay?
If you see something, say something ridiculous. World man, say boxhead would have been Olympic champions.
Hey,
Uh,
If I would have been graded, because like I
yeah.
said, the grades I give are different from the grades they give. I'm gonna say it like that.
Dang. It said the Aussie breakdancer. It was a girl and she was 36. That was a lady that was doing that mess. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
and I
bad.
saw and they had two or three, but everyone I saw, the way they judged it, that was very good. But for me,
Yeah.
I say, you know, it wasn't the breakdancing that I'm accustomed to seeing.
Yeah, and Ridiculous World also brought up Woodall's husband. So evidently he is a paraplegic or something. I'm sorry, he's got what's it called when they take your legs off? He's got two prosthetics. He's a Paralympic champion. Uh, yeah, like wild. I ain't know nothing about that. His name is Hunter Woodall, and let me see. It says that he is a Paralympic. Hold on. He's earned his first gold medal at this month's 2024 Paralympics in Paris.
That's
Yeah, her
not the
husband.
guy. He may be married to Davis that won the long jump, because her
No,
husband
yeah.
is, huh?
You
Is
talking
that him?
Hunter Woodall? Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's what we're talking about. That's what
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about.
yeah, yeah.
Terry
Yeah, well,
Davis
his wife
Woodall.
won the gold medal in the long jump.
Yeah, yeah. And he is a Paralympic.
Sprint champion.
Yeah, is he? Is he a sprint champion in the
I
Paralympics?
think I think he is. I ain't
That's
gonna say he's
crazy.
a champion, but he's a competitor. He's very good.
Yeah, like that's. I'm trying to see exactly. Paralympics. Yep, that's what I'm talking about. He got a bronze medal in the 400 meter and silver medal in the 200 meter. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah. Well, he's not
it's
quite the champion, but he is a
yeah,
champion
but
because he got a medal. I mean, yeah.
yeah, I mean he's the highest place in American here, I believe, besides Oscar Pistorius crazy ass. But no, that's crazy. I didn't know. I didn't realize he didn't have legs.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's nuts, man. Like,
Oh, I knew that. Yeah.
hey, my boy got some game on him, don't he? He's a double amputee. Hey, you got to have some game to be a double amputee and pull a baddie.
Well, hey, Oscar
Pistorius did too, huh?
Pistorius, he had a baddie too.
Yeah, you're
Hey,
right.
I'm gonna tell you like this. See, that's what I'm talking about. He got a lot of that. Well, I ain't gonna say nothing, but anyway, yeah, he's a good young man. He got that. He got skills, and
Yeah,
actually,
yeah.
like I told you that Davis, that's one of my friend's cousins.
Yeah, okay, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I mean, I didn't know about that, man, but
Oh yeah.
appreciate you putting me on game right there.
And I'm
Ridiculous
gonna tell
World come
you,
with it,
yeah.
man. It's
And I'm
hey
gonna
man,
tell you this
Ridiculous
here.
World about to take over our number one fan spot, man.
Oh yeah, he is. Hey, ridiculous. Well, you in here with us, man.
Yeah,
We had a
yeah,
couple of
man.
people who used to be up in there, but they kind of going in and out. But this
Yeah.
is also something I want to talk about too, Jay. I want to
Okay,
talk
what's going
about
down?
Shakira.
Oh, yeah, what I
I
love it.
am I am very proud of her for all she did. Whatever issue she had, she didn't say a word. She just did what she had to do.
She
In
she
that
she
in
was
that way, nobody
absolute.
nobody even really criticized her that bad for getting the silver. But if she would have said something,
Yeah,
and then after she anchored that 4x1 relay like she did, and got everybody back on her side, man. Because all she have been doing over the last 2 or 3 years is the right thing, man. And I'm
being a pro,
so proud of her. And man,
being
and
a pro.
people gotta quit going in on these young people that make a mistake, man. Because
You young,
if,
man.
if we think about all
Hey,
the stuff we did when we was
that's what I'm
young,
about to
man.
say. That's what I'm
Yeah,
about to say.
absolutely.
I'm so thankful I didn't have cameras in my face
Hey,
when I was
hey,
19, 20,
hey,
21.
hey!
Hey,
I didn't even have cameras in my face, but that's why this all the stuff I did when I was 19, 20, 20. That's why I ain't got no stature nowhere.
yeah. I'm telling you, man.
Hey,
Hey,
hey.
if I was in the limelight at that point in time, man, it'd have been
Oh
a
yeah,
bad deal
oh
for
yeah, oh
me
yeah,
and everybody else,
oh
because
yeah.
that was no bueno at that point, man. Like it's weird, we only got 18 views tonight. What's going on, YouTube? What y'all up to tonight, YouTube? Let's talk about it. Wait, I know, I had to correct somebody the other night. We was talking about Imani, and I had to go hard on them. But hey, if y'all are holding us down because of that, my bad. But I just like
Yeah.
the truth. Is all I'm saying. I just like the truth. We here to seek the
Oh yeah.
truth, talk about the truth, and everything else, man. It is what it is. But yeah, we down right now. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Yeah,
I don't like
yeah,
it at
yeah,
all. But
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sure
yeah. Well, you
still.
know how that is. And then it's Sunday night. Who know it might be, but we'll know. We'll know. But anyway, we ain't gonna keep them on too long. We just want to get on here, and if anybody wants to talk about something, we're gonna talk about it. But that was a great Olympics, and
Yes, it was.
you just can't say I was glued to the TV time after. I mean, events that I normally watch. But not enthusiastically. Uh, man, everything had me on the edge of my seats, man. The 100 to 200, the 4x1 relay, the 4x4, the 1500 meters, the 10,000 men and
Yeah,
women,
yeah,
because, and I'm going to tell you something, some of our distance runners did way better than they were projected to do.
yeah. Anytime I see America in distance, like I'm proud because that
Oh,
ain't what
yeah.
we
Oh,
do.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
That is
And
not
then
how
every
we
time
get
I
down when
see
we get down.
Yeah, and then every time I see America flounder in sprints, I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna tell the truth. But when
Yeah.
I see them do good in distance, I'm so proud because that's not something that we're just known for like that.
Yep. No, I
Yeah,
agree.
yeah,
100%. Now
yeah.
I'm trying to see if I can do a trick real quick to get a bump real fast on this thing. But no, man, I've been proud, man. We ended up first place in the gold medals, tied with China at 40. Have we tied with China before?
Oh, we
Like, do
tied.
we
China
use
got 40.
40? We tied. Now we got the most medals overall, but yeah, we tied.
No, we ain't never tied. I think, man, over the last 6 or 8 Olympics, for sure, we didn't have the most medals. And when did China start getting 40 medals, man?
I mean, sure, when they felt like it seemed like
I mean,
because
they have China. China have never had no 40 goals before. I'm gonna have to do some research, but I would say that China has never. And then we didn't even get some goals that we should have got. But 40 goals is a lot for China.
yeah, I
I
agree.
know they dominated in
But
gymnastics.
they were getting weightlifting. Like they was getting, I think that ping pong, table tennis, they got like 6 gold medals in that.
Oh yeah, yeah. But
They
weightlifting, see, that's what I'm saying.
shooting.
When did China start dominating? Right. I mean, man, I'm just
Well,
being honest. Weightlifting
look,
used to be.
when your arms ain't that long, it ain't hard to get that much weight up.
Yeah,
When your legs ain't that long, it ain't hard to get that much
go
weight
look
up.
at the history of weightlifting. When all of a sudden things change, man, it used to be like Russia and Poland and the people that's got these big people used to wear weightlifting.
Yeah,
But now you got I don't know. Don't I mean, but
yeah,
but I guess China probably won a lot of the smaller weight classes, lighter weight classes. I'll say it like that.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
let me see. Let me see what they got their medals in real quick. So open up People's Republic of China. So they got, as far as gold medals are concerned, they got 2 in artistic gymnastics, 2 in swimming. They got 1 gold medal in the women's 200 kilometer race walk,
Yeah.
right? So, man, I think China is they're very good with these numbers and
Yeah.
analyzing things and understanding. Okay, if we can dominate these events, then we can get, like, they was counting on America to lose this game today. I promise you, or they was counting on. They knew that there was a few events we wouldn't win that we were sketched in to win, right? So like the women's 100, right? But they got 2 in badminton, 3 in boxing. They got 3 gold medals in boxing, and all 3 of them were women's boxing. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They got 2 gold medals in the canoe sprint, 1 gold medal in the cycling BMX freestyle. Uh, they got 5 gold medals in shooting. That's kind of scary. They got 1 gold medal in rhythmic gymnastics.
They you said they got
Uh,
5 in shooting.
yep, they got 8 gold medals in diving.
Yeah, okay, that's why they
And
shooting and
5,
diving is why they made their aim.
yeah, 1 in tennis and 5 in weightlifting. So they got
Fine.
5. So they got 3 golds on the women's side, 49 kilograms, 59 kilograms, and 81 kilograms on the women's side, and they got 2 in weightlifting on the men's at 61 kilograms and 102 kilograms. So what's that, about like 120 pounds or something? I don't know
Yeah,
how much
I
102
don't
kilograms
know.
is.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
anyway, yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
and
So that,
then this is what I want the Olympics to do. Man, we got to stop. I want the Olympics to cut down on some of these sports, man, because they got
yo,
flag football. They got flag football coming. I don't know if
what,
that's
in the next Olympics?
yeah, flag
Hey
football.
man,
I
advantage
mean,
us.
I don't know. I don't
We
know.
should win that. As many flag football tournaments going in America, we should
Yeah,
dominate flag
yeah,
football.
yeah. We should. We'll probably dominate it the first 4 or 5 Olympics, and then the world will catch up
They'll
because now
catch
the
up.
world is catching up in everything. A lot of stuff
Yeah,
we used to do. Because like when China is getting 5 and 8 gold medals in weightlifting and stuff, man,
yeah. Like,
everything
but
is crazy. everything
What
is changing. Let me say it
it's
like
like the
that.
women's side.
Yeah, the
The
world is
women's side got a
stepping
lot of
up
gold.
in everything, you know. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you one sport that is just they got some good female boxers, man, but I just can't get with it, man. I just can't. That's just one
Yeah, it's
sport I can't
too
get with.
barbaric. Yeah, you don't want to
Yeah,
see
two
women beating up
barbaric
on each other
women.
like that.
I mean, it's okay. You know, like I said, it's okay for men to be barbaric, but I don't want my woman to be barbaric.
Wow. So we got 7 men's gold medals and 7 women's gold medals in track.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. Noah got the 100.
And we
Quincy Hall
should have
got
had,
400.
and we probably should have had 9 in both instead of 7.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Because
Yeah,
I'm telling you,
not, I ain't gonna say should have had. That was a very good possibility that we could have had at least a couple more in each one.
yeah, we were supposed to have like straight up.
Yeah,
I know we were supposed to have that gold in the women's 100. We were supposed to have a gold in the men's 200. Supposed to, quote unquote, right?
yeah.
Man,
And also the time that
over
Junior
100
Alford
women.
won a 972, even if Chicago, even if everything would have been perfect for her, there's no guarantee that she would have ran faster than 972.
What was your biggest disappointment in this track, in this in this Olympics, as far as track is concerned? The biggest disappointment.
That the Jamaicans didn't get a chance to compete. My biggest disappointment was that Sharika Jackson or Shelly Fraser Price or Elaine Thompson didn't get to compete. Because I
And did you
always
see?
like to see well, if you're hurt, you ain't the best, but I like to see the best of the best compete against the best of the best.
Yeah, yeah. And what man, our women, man, we went hard. Got got the gold in the soccer. That's a huge thing.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah.
man, it's man, shout out all the US athletes, man. Everybody that competed, man. Hats off to you. You know, I never take my hat off on the show, but there you go. Jay got
I don't either. There you go.
skin 30, baby. Skin
Hey,
30. Skin
hey,
30.
man, and, I guess Jay, we ain't gonna keep him on too long tonight.
Yeah,
Now I just
yeah.
want to get on holler at the people about these Olympics and
Oh yeah.
and
Let's
LeBron
get
James being MVP of them.
hey, Steph,
Hey, I'm
baby.
gonna say it like this here. I want all these people to quit talking because I seen every game. I mean, I didn't see every game, but I seen Giannis. I seen I
Joker,
seen the Joker, and
Wimby,
man, but you know what though?
Rudy.
France got a tall team, man. They got
Yes,
Nicholas Batum,
sir.
they got
Hey,
Rudy Gobert, they got Yami. Boy, they got a tall team. But
hey,
this
that
is what I
last
want
shot.
to say tell everybody. I need all y'all LeBron haters to quit talking about this guy and that guy, cause from what I seen in the Olympics, LeBron James is still one of the best 3 players in the world.
Not me. Ain't no LeBron hate over here.
Oh no, not you. I'm saying all the ones that that try to find reasons, but from what I saw, LeBron James is one of the best three. Well, I'm gonna expand it. He's best one of the best. I'm gonna say the best 3 players in the world
That's the best
from
cornerback
that
right there.
tournament.
That's the best
That's
cornerback
what it
right
looked
there.
like.
That's the best
Huh?
cornerback in history right there.
I
You
couldn't
know.
tell when they switched him off Michael Irvin.
yeah,
hey,
yeah.
I couldn't tell when the Dallas Cowboys triple team ran the mouse and Dion was one of the 3.
Hey, I gotta go back. I gotta go back and see what everybody talked about on that interview when he called out the guy from CBS. You know, I gotta go back and check that out.
Go back and check out what now?
Dion, evidently he called out somebody from CBS and was like, yo, I ain't messing with y'all, bro. Because it was dirty what y'all did to me. So I gotta go and
Oh, I
check the
don't know,
interview
man.
out.
You know, Dion got a history because wasn't that Tim Carver? He throw that water on. Who was that? Was that Tim Carver?
Back in the gap? Yeah, but I think he was talking about something with Shiloh. Some other stuff that happened with Shiloh.
Oh, well, yeah. Well,
Like some lawsuits or something going on with him.
oh,
But
well,
I
hey,
think
man, it's
CBS
like this.
reported on it.
Man. If you ever want to get a parent riled up, food their children. Food their children.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
Hey, I'm gonna
if
tell
you
you
want a
like this.
parent
Yeah.
to never
All
like
the
you.
issues. Now I'm gonna tell you this here. You show Dion up there as the best cornerback, but I'm gonna tell you like this. Dion is up there in fatherhood. He might not be the best
Absolutely.
cornerback, But I got mad respect for him as a father, just like I do LeBron James, because I love the nepotism that they do. I want y'all to take care of y'all son, because you know what? Other people take care of their children, make sure they get jobs. So I want you to do the same thing other people do. And I'm so proud of you. And this is what I want LeBron James to do. I want him to play 2 more years and get Bryce up in there too.
Absolutely. Go on and get him in there.
I really do. I want, whether they can play or not. How about that?
Hey, retire after you get Bryce on the Lakers. And
Bryce and then it's the whole thing. Because I have seen CEOs get a job today, son, and he couldn't CEO. So if Bronny can't play basketball, I don't even care. I don't even care.
Bronny can play.
I firmly believe he can, but if he can't, it's okay. Because Jonas got his brother in there. Nobody said nothing about that. And his brother can't even, and like we said in the old school, Jonas' brother came and took Bronny James out trap.
Trash. That boy straight trash.
Yeah, so okay, Bubba Dub, trash.
Yeah. Shout out Bubba Dub, D-Town, baby. We on the map.
But anyway, man, we're gonna get off of here and we're gonna when we're gonna see him, J.A. Noonish.
Hey, man, we'll see y'all noonish sometime around Wednesday.
All right, we on.
Peace.
Peace.